If you're seeing this, welcome to being in on an opportunity. All right, so now we're in the construction zone.
Dude, this is a great neighborhood. This thing is gonna be filled up so fast.
You're only 7 miles from Lewes. You're 7.4 from the water. You're 10 miles from Rehoboth. What do you think happens to the price of this neighborhood when that's ready to go and there's less lots available?
Once the word gets out that there's a neighborhood that has hiking trails connected to the bike trail, under 500,000, all of a sudden numbers go up.
We're still getting in the early stages. I can't wait to see this finish compared to a year from now when we add all the greenery in here. It's gonna look so cool.
One of the best things we're doing right now is we're offering.
Our friend Andres, who works with KO Nanian, is going to take us through a couple of the models as well as walk us in or around the streets, showcasing what this neighborhood's going to be. You have unlimited access without paying the hefty price tag. At 3.5% interest rate, that's not even heard of right now. The homes we're going to see today, for the most part, are priced under $500,000, starting as low as the low 400s.
We are headed into Monarch Glenn, brand new neighborhood. I'm very excited because not the homes, the amenities are some of which I've never heard of before in Southern Delaware. There's some brand new creative amenities, as well as a strict focus on something I haven't seen a neighborhood focus on before. It's normally very beachy, it's normally very coastal, and there's a different take on the design and the theme here. I think you're gonna like it, especially those that wanna get out and get active. This is gonna be a cool one. Let's go check it out. This is a brand new neighborhood. There are 8 homes here. There are currently more ponds planned with fountains than there are homes that are present. You're gonna love this nature-inspired, they say resort style, it's almost luxury style community here in Milton. We are literally connected to the Lewes Georgetown bike trail, the 16-mile trail that takes you directly from my fitness lovers, my active retirees, straight to Lewes. It's a 7-mile trek. You can get into Rehoboth in 10 miles, to the beaches in 7.4. I'm gonna show you some of the models we have available here. I'm gonna share with you a deal that they're currently offering, because the money that they're offering for the first 100 homes in this neighborhood is amazing. And frankly, I just wanna show off the houses. For those that just wanna look at some cool homes, this has them. I'm gonna mention some amenities as we go. I'm gonna introduce the salesperson that we're talking with today. And if you're looking to get into the beaches at a premier price, you're not gonna believe how close you are to the beaches and how little you have to pay to be in this beautiful resort-inspired, kind of hunty, nature-y feel neighborhood. Let's check it out and show you more about what I'm talking about. So here's an overview of the neighborhood. So 6 phases and well over 200 homes are going in this neighborhood. But like I said, currently there's nearly as many ponds planned as there are homes livable. This is absolutely alpha of this neighborhood. We're standing right here. As you can see, the amenity center and clubhouse, pool, tout lot, pickleball, bocce ball, if you know what that is. Shout out bocce ball. The Tacoma. The Tacoma.
We have these big entries, big 8-foot doors.
Yep. Holy cow, yeah.
Big theme with King Albany is always big ceilings. Makes you feel good when you walk in. It's a 12-foot foyer and crown molding tray ceiling.
Appliances coming with?
Well, we offer them. And of course, people could always bring their washer dryer, but we do offer top load. We offer front load, GE Smart Series. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. So these are a half bath. Always good to have a powder room. The big thing about the Tacoma is when you walk in, you see these huge vaulted ceilings. You see this beautiful gourmet kitchen. A lot of natural light coming into the room.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. This back deck is definitely a stand-up for the Tacoma. 15 feet wide, 20 feet long. It comes included and covered as a part of the price.
Oh, this comes included?
Absolutely. Now, what you can do to upgrade is you can screen it. And when you screen it, we also upgrade the flooring to the Trex flooring.
Ah, here we go.
But this is a pressure-treated wood right now.
I like that you guys only add the Trex if there's a spring, because otherwise that Trex gets extremely hot.
Yeah.
And people don't realize, and then like, oh, I got an outdoor porch, and I'm like, oh, I can't enjoy it because I've got a 3rd-degree burn on my feet.
Exactly. And coming into the primary.
Oh, wow.
This is beautiful. So the tray ceiling and the crown molding is included. That's not extra, but that beautiful back wall you see, that's called our feature wall.
Is the fancy mosaic paint on the? Does that come with a tip?
No, but I'll set you up with the guy that does it. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. You got the walk-in closet. Perfection. And then you gotta love the bath. Here you see a very nice, clean, elegant, modern.
This is me in the shower. It's a big shower. This is beautiful. And a small little lid to walk in.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you got 2 now.
You got the rainfall shower head.
Oh, the bougie shower. Okay. Is that standard, the bougie shower?
Or this is our upgraded shower.
Upgraded shower.
Yeah, it's about, I would say everyone's upgraded. Everybody wants the rainfall shower.
Who doesn't want a rainfall shower?
Classic look. You're going to see the brushed nickel. The classic look is perfect for those who love the clean, bright, white feel that they usually want to decorate coastal. As you can see what our decorators have done here. There's a lot of blues and white.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in a nice modern beach home, coastal life, but the classic is always a favorite. Within this look, you'll have 6 different color palettes as far as the cabinets and countertops go. But this is a big one, again, for those who want that clean, bright, white, modern, elegant coastal. What we'll see next door is sort of the opposite vibe. We're going to see that nature, zen, almost mountain house vibe that some people like for their house.
As we were walking out, sorry, we're not checking it out yet. 4-foot crawl space.
So yeah, these 4-foot conditioned crawl spaces have cemented floors. They have 4 feet of room so that you can store whatever you need down here. You have all the room for storage.
Creepy Snow White era chandelier.
Beautiful. When you have a 4-foot conditioned crawl space in Sussex County, what you're protected from is that water table.
Yes.
The water table being
We have a very high water table.
and you don't want to dig 25 feet to put a basement, because then when that rain comes up, what happens is it's going to mess with the foundation. Water's going to creep up. Having a 4-foot conditioned crawl space protects the homeowner. You'll never have to be dealing with water creeping into your foundation or into the basement. And you still get the storage that for most people, that's really what they want the basement for. They want to store things down here. So,
And you can get the grandkids to come down here and get the stuff.
oh yeah, you give them those little,
Because my knees already.
you get those little chairs with the wheels and you
Oh, I haven't had those since elementary school.
play like Mario Kart to me.
Mario Kart basement.
No, I like that. And a lot of people romanticize the basement a little bit, and especially southern Delaware, it's not as beneficial when it comes down to those moisture leaks, when it comes down to foundation shifting, gas.
Yep. Gas fireplace. We offer many different options. We have this classic mantle that everybody loves with that hearth. We have the stone options. And we even give an option where if somebody wants to have come in and do their own design, you give them more of that drywall with a floating hearth so that they can come in afterwards, do their own design. But yeah, the fireplace is always a beautiful look. Adds a nice touch to the great room. And they do have fans on them, so they also act as an energy efficiency in keeping the room warm.
There you go. There you go. A little touchpad. Tell us a little bit about the technology.
Yeah.
We'll see that on the next one.
All right, so we are now entering the Barcelona, a very popular floor plan for K-Hobnanian. This home is meant for having guests. This is a 4-bedroom that has a nice little 3-bedroom guest suite off as soon as we enter. There's an office, 2 full baths, but the big standout of this home is definitely the great room, kitchen room, dining room area. If you don't mind, I'd like to take us straight back there.
Let's do it.
Show it. Now, you remember that first home.
You're a natural, man. Were you on HGTV? It's showing it. Let's go.
It was clean, it was bright, it was white, it was modern, it was coastal. But now what you're going to see is
Wow.
these greens, earth, nature. You're going to see wood beams on the ceiling. You got stone fireplace that just makes it feel like you're in the Colorado mountains right now.
I love the CPI.
Oh, yeah, that's cute.
You're right. It does feel a lot more just immediately warmer, immediately feels cozier. This for me is, I'm coming down to Delaware on my grandkids to come down with me every now and then and see how grandparents are living. And this is where I want everyone hanging out.
Well, and you know what?
This isn't the show out house. This is like come and chill. This is the spot. This is cool.
What you just said is kind of a lot of the people we're getting. We're meeting a lot of families that are coming from upstate New York, New Jersey. They're living in areas that they're surrounded by trees. They want to be able to come down to the coastal life, stay near the family. But coming here, they're like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm coming right back to what I had. And always, not had to pay those real estate taxes that they're dealing with.
Holy cow. Yeah. Well, some of the people in Jersey are paying a real estate tax that they come down to Delaware. They're like, oh, yeah, so that's my monthly payment? Like, no, that's the whole year.
Every time. Seriously, that's what they say every time. But no, this great room, dining room, kitchen is meant for having people over. It's meant
What color are those cabinets over there? Is that a bluish, grayish?
These are gray palettes. So, again, 6 different color palettes, all soft close cabinets. The Profile GE series appliances are the included appliances that come with.
So this is coming with everything.
Absolutely.
Smart screen and all.
Oh, yeah.
I did not live in an age where I thought that my appliances were going to have smart screens, but here we are, before flying cars.
And this open shelving here is that classic farmhouse charm. You see the farmhouse sink over here. Really just gives the kitchen a beautiful character.
I like to say character. It's hard for new construction a lot of times to capture character.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what this farmhouse, I always want to call it mound house look, really captures.
All right, what else do we need to see in this?
Well, one of the things I love the most about the Barcelona floor plan is the deck. You see, when you have a deck on the side of the home, sometimes you might be out there and you're going to see, your neighbor off to the side. When you come and see the deck over here at the Barcelona, it's private. It's in the middle of the home. Both the left and the right are covered. So you can sit here in your pajamas. You can enjoy your coffee. You can sit and look at our 30 acres of preserved woodlands that we have here at Monarch Glenn. And you don't have to worry about seeing your neighbor on the other side or them seeing you. You have privacy.
Love that. And here's our screened in option.
Screen-in option gives you the Trex flooring. Having this type of deck too also makes it really easy that once you move in, if you want to come in and have someone turn this into a Four Seasons room and enjoy it in the winter and the fall, and you have that option.
Beautiful. Just so we can see all angles of the house, I walked out the back of the screen porch. This is all that protected woodlands they're talking about that they own that they're not going to touch in the back of the house. I personally really like the color of this house. It's like a dark chocolate. Yeah, I'm gonna go with dark chocolate. It's like a mulch. I don't know. We're gonna get a better name. I'm gonna ask them. All right, what would you define as the color of this house?
The exterior?
Yeah.
I believe it's called peppercorn.
Peppercorn? I said dark chocolate. I was nowhere close. Okay. Peppercorn.
So these wood beams are an option that we do for the farmhouse look. And I think the crime area has this little private walkway into it on the opposite end of where the guests are going to be staying.
Beautiful. Much different feel. Now, this bedroom is obviously bigger than the other one we were in.
Slightly bigger.
Bigger off the back?
It's just overall square footage wise, it's going to be slightly bigger. And the corner molding, tray ceiling, always an included feature with any of the primaries. The big windows and high up, what it does is it makes it so that natural light and then these views sort of come into the room. So you wake up and you feel again like you just woke up at a mountain resort.
And then master bathroom.
Master bath. And now you're going to see our freestanding tub. For those who love to do the bath bombs and the salt baths after a long day of working out.
Oh, yeah. This is a bigger bathroom than the last one we saw. So this would be the upgraded floor plan. You were mentioning earlier, there's 50 foot and 40 foot.
Correct.
So that would be the 40 and this would be the 50. So that would be the Monarch series. This would be the Glenn series.
You got it.
We nailed it.
You
All
got
right.
it.
So you already got the salt ready. I'll give you guys the position as if you're taking a bath. Here you go. Here, I'm going to hand it to you. Here, let me get in there. Yeah, just for size. I'm a big guy, but let's see.
We'll be out. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Give me a true crime book and call me good. We're good. That's good.
He looks great.
Oy. Oh, don't get the tug.
Don't worry about it.
I will.
And now again, because we're in a farmhouse created look, you're seeing black matte.
Yes, where the last one we had the sterling silver. This is more of the brown.
Correct. Always going to give the primary big walk-in closet.
Again, even in the closet, tall ceilings.
Yeah. And I love this tile here. It's mimicking wood, staying with our theme of this home, of this nature inspired.
But this is grout. This is a ceramic look-alike.
Yeah.
Yep. Love these. Love so easy to clean, stays scratch resistant just like an LVP, but it keeps that bathroom feel because all the bad things, all the accidents happen in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Makes complete sense. That's good that there's so many options. Beautiful.
For the home technology options, one of the cool features, Wi-Fi thermostat. And you're in the bed, feel a little too cold, you just go on your phone, turn down the temperature, turn it up, you're a little too hot. So that's one of the options. You're going to see also a lot of the light switches have the ability to, whether you want to just dim it a little bit, you don't want to get it too dark, too bright. Yeah, you have the options there. We also run Cat 6 cables and the...
Ooh, talk nerdy to me, not Cat 5. We're upgraded, okay?
Absolutely. We could run them into every single room. We have Wi-Fi extensions. If for any reason your router is not admitting a good enough Wi-Fi, we have areas in the home that can project it and have it go into other rooms. So there's not going to be anywhere in the house where you can't get that strong Wi-Fi.
That's incredible.
We offer surveillance, 4 cameras on each corner of the home, floodlights that turn on.
I think I saw the floodlights over in the corner on the back.
Absolutely. And we offer the Wi-Fi Ring doorbell so they can see if anybody's coming up, putting any packages on your front lawn. You can talk to them through your phone. All kinds of home automation options here. Now we're seeing our top loaders. You saw front loaders in the first model. Here's the top load. I'm going to say almost every single family is always making sure they add in these little utility sinks.
That's huge.
Oh, yeah. Everything to clean some dirty boots or
Old plastic tub. There you go.
clean the dog. Put it right in there. Mario Kart.
I don't think you've seen the size of my dog if you think he's fitting in that utility sink. Another Mario Kart crawl space. Boom, bam, bam. We know what we're looking at. Put the Christmas decorations in there.
HVAC system's also down there. Sump pump, water lines.
Talk to me about the water heater. Gallons? Is it a tankless?
Tankless.
Tankless. Now, whoa, okay. So when we walk into the house, it's a completely different feel than the other one. Oh, boom. Okay. So again, I wanted to recut. So we walked in on the last one. I'll show a little flashback. This was 2 bedrooms, bath. Now we got full hallway.
Oh, yeah. This is the guest wing.
This is the guest suite. Okay. So we went from guest rooms to a guest suite. Got
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Nice.
3 full guest bedrooms over here. There's going to be a full bath for them. Each room having its own walk-in closet. And then you got 2 more closets out here. So tons of storage.
Yeah. Tons of storage. Very so it's not soft closed doors because those don't exist, but clear, like, don't seem slammable. Yeah, very high quality, heavy.
And the thing about King Hovnanian is using quality build from the 2x6s that we use to build the home.
Just the tension right there. I know I'm geeking out over the details, but that's the stuff that matters with new construction. There's so many people that can pump out just pallets worth of homes. And unfortunately, we do see that happening a lot. Milton, Lewes, Harbison, Dagsboro, all these areas, because a lot of people are moving here. The secret's out. This is why this neighborhood stands out, though, because it's combining... I don't sound corny, but you guys are one of the top national builders as terms of quality. Right. There's a lot of, I won't disparage Eddie Ryan's names on live camera, but there are a lot of companies out there that are not doing that. Right. And on top of the fact, this neighborhood's also doing it differently. The nature theme, everything down here is beach, 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 beach. And for them to have, you got 30 acres of protected woods.
That's right.
Natural paths through the common areas.
7 ponds.
You're connected to the 7 ponds. Like, there's more ponds than occupied homes right now as we shoot this. You got the George Down Lewes Trail connected to the neighborhood. That's the only neighborhood in Delaware that does that, connected right into it?
Well, we have another case, other community we actually had it too, the Red Mill community.
But they're not building any.
But they're not building it. So we're the new one that has active.
Let's check out more of the home. I'm yapping too much. All right, yapping too much. Let's see these guest suites. Do I get the weird beady hanging plants? Do I got to pay extra for these? Oh, they're rubbery. I don't know if I like that. It's not what I expected them to feel like. You said, like you said, walk in each of the rooms.
Walk-in closet in each of the rooms, and then we got the 2 more out here. You got coat closets. Always going to be plenty of storage.
Oh, no. Little scouts room with the old Victorian double twin.
Yeah, once you're living in a neighborhood like this, everyone wants to come and visit. Everyone wants to come hang out at the pool, do the walk trails, let's spike to the beach, and this is where they stay in that area. And then, of course, you got your office.
Now, the decorators knew what they were doing with the gigantic mirror.
Look at that thing.
I mean, nothing makes a room feel bigger than a gigantic mirror. But this is a huge room. You could, if you wanted to, shift this into a lot of things. This could be a yoga studio. This could be the craft room. This could even be a nursery if you're so inclined to have that involved in your time in life right now. But this could be a lot. The digital work aspect of Delaware is becoming more and more common. A lot of people continuing their careers as they move and retire and taking on early retirement in Delaware because they got the digital opportunity. My best friend, his job is based out of New Jersey, but the moment they made him digital, he came over to Delaware, came right back home because that's what so many people are doing. So capitalizing on possible early retirement while still being able to virtually work here. And like you said, after work, jump on the trail, head to the beach, past the meadery, grab some wine. Not while you're biking. After you're done biking, do you drink the wine? Fall of 2025.
Of this year, I'd got you ready by, just say, early summer 2026.
Wow. Okay. So as people are watching this, Clubhouse isn't even a thought. It's going to be done in 2026. Again, what do you think happens to the price of this neighborhood when that's ready to go and there's less lots available?
Just like with almost any neighborhood. Early on, you're going to see the lowest prices, the lowest lot premiums. But once that clubhouse is constructed, once the word gets out that there's a neighborhood that has hiking trails connected to the bike trail at under 500,000, then all of a sudden numbers go up.
Now, let me just ask you. Someone comes in and says, hey, I saw this big chin guy on YouTube. So you too. And I want to come down and get a deal. I'm from Connecticut, New York. It's a drive. But you would say right now it's a worthwhile drive. What are the deals that I would get if I made that drive right now? What could I get in terms of my mortgage rates are really high as we shoot this? Home prices have skyrocketed. You're saying this neighborhood and in Southern Delaware specifically, you guys know we follow the channel. There's a lot of demand. Prices will squeeze up. What are the deals right now from watching this?
Yeah, one of the best things about Canadian is that we are the mortgage company. We are the preferred lender. Being that we are the mortgage company, we can offer incredible incentives by working with us. So first, right off the bat, we're offering large incentives off the price of the homes. If that's the route you want to go, we have 40,000 in incentives.
There's a sign over here for you.
Keep rocking. But one of the best things we're doing right now is we're offering a 2-1 buy down on any family that's ready to move into one of our, what we call our quick move-in homes. For the first year to 3.5%, second year 4.5%, and for the remainder of the loan, it's going to be a 5.5%. As you know, right now, we're currently around 6.7, 6.8. So getting that buy down to these numbers saves thousands of dollars.
And the 5.5 is where it ends at.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a normal, people see this. And I remember when the buy down programs came out, man, 4 years ago, starting really popular. Mm-hmm. That's an adjustable rate. I can't do it's a fixed adjusted rate.
Right.
And you guys are essentially buying the ability for someone to have a little bit of cushion in a high interest rate market. But it can't go above 5.5, correct?
Correct.
And that 3.5, that's the whole first year, 4.5 the whole second year, and then you're locked in at that 5.5. And at that point, you may be able to refi to an even lower rate.
Exactly.
And I think that's the hope of a lot of the buy down programs is at the end of it, you're getting an even better rate.
Exactly. We've been seeing interest rates coming down. So that's the hope is that here we're going to continue to go down and that these buy downs, normally you have to spend a lot of money to get it. What we're doing right now as a builder is that we're the ones going to spend it. We're not putting it on the customer.
Talk to me about that 40 grand. If I get the 2-1 buy down program, am I also able to get the incentive of the 40, 30, 20 grand that I'm seeing?
So the prices that we have on our homes already have major incentives on them. For example, the one you're pointing at there has already baked into the price a $50,000 incentive. Now that buy down is on that price already with the incentive included. So you're getting the best of both worlds there.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you are getting both. It's just already cooked in.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Now, I will say that if someone says, what if I don't want the buy down? What if I just want to take the conventional loan? What we're willing to do is actually use the cash equivalent of what that buy down costs and now further discount the price of the home that already had an incentive baked into it. Use the flex cash, which in some cases is between $30,000 and $40,000, depending on the price of the home. And now we can further discount the price.
Okay, so talk cash to me. I know someone's listening to this right now. I don't care about mortgages. Mortgages are the worst M word I've ever heard. If someone's walking in from Jersey, New York, got the equity they're selling from their home and have cash, they're not going to need your program. Can I still get the incentives?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that's what we would do. Paying cash gets in the incentives. It's not just the $40,000 that we apply on the price. It's also going to be us paying half of the transfer tax and half of the impact fees. In most cases, we're talking around $17,000, $18,000 that we're now paying off the closing costs.
Perfect. So 50% nearly, if not more, off closing costs. You're getting the 40 grand off still. I can buy cash, or if I'm coming with a mortgage, I can get the buy down at the lower rate.
Correct.
Love it. All right. All right, so now we're in the construction zone.
Yeah, we're in the construction zone and
Look at all these homes. Look at all 8.
early stages of a neighborhood's life. I mean, I can't wait to compare this footage to just even a year from now, 2 years from now. But this right here, I mean, you can't find this in Sussex County.
And just to be very clear, this is always going to be what we're looking at. This is going to be trees, and this is going to be water, and the only thing that's going to be different is going to be a lot more water.
Well, I do want to correct
me.
So we have a big fountain that's going to be shooting up. Eventually, on a portion out here, there is going to be some homes on the other side.
Okay.
But what you are seeing behind you, the trees in the back, are always going to stay. The 30 acres of trees that surround the neighborhood are never going anywhere. The trees you see over there, that's the thick part of the neighborhood where we're going to be creating those walking trails, where the bike trail connects to. That's never going anywhere. And you can see a lot of green now. We're still in winter. Imagine the spring and the summer, what this area looks like. And honestly, the fall with all the color changes, that's one of the more beautiful times. But yeah, this area is going to be a beautiful, beautiful sight once this water fills up. As the community fills, so will the water, and then that's when the fountains will start shooting up.
I got to come back when the fountains are here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want you to see these views.
All right, we're walking into the hard hat zone. Wish me luck. You start hearing like power drills in the background, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. Trying to offer a good experience here and not break my ankle. Jesus.
Yeah. Watch your step, maybe enter here. So this is going to be a Glasgow homes, one of our biggest homes here.
One of our biggest homes. Glasgow.
This home's going to be 2,800 square feet, all one story.
Now, what looks like a garage door here is going to be the windows to the deck.
Absolutely, this is big windows, a lot of light, and it's going to be staring at a beautiful sea. Unfortunately, it's covered up right now, but sitting here in the dining area, you can see that even with the lake not filled in yet, this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful scene. Fun to see the bare bones of the house or any of the drywall where it shows up. But you'll see the 2x6s on the walls.
So one thing I'll point out is not a construction worker. If I'm not mistaken, these are closer together than they legally have to be. These could be farther apart. 2x6s instead of what could be a thinner material.
Correct.
So again, going back to the quality, even behind the drywall, which we know isn't going to be inspected unless there's a free drywall inspection, which you can do if you're early on enough. And I do always suggest those because everyone's human. But just looking up, looking around, I mean, everything's battened down, everything's taken care of. There aren't nails popping out, there aren't gaps. You look at every corner, it's 90 degrees. Seeing all of the, it's just different because I've walked through the other homes of other people, and frankly, there's been some videos I haven't posted here because I felt bad. I didn't want to post it. Sometimes they're trying to disparage people. We only trying to keep it real as possible without being mean. Maybe not break my ankle again. So answer me one thing we haven't talked about yet. Do you think is like the biggest secret pro to just being in this area? Because a lot of people are going to see Milton. A lot of people are going to hear Lewes Georgetown Trail. Am I in Georgetown? So you're only 7 miles from Lewes. You're 7.4 from the water. You're 10 miles from Rehoboth. But to you brought up the meadery earlier, being right around the corner. I haven't even mentioned, you got an emergency center that's not a mile from here. It's across the road.
Street.
Brand new Bay Health Emergency Center that connects to BB's if there was anything more serious. But what to you is the biggest pro for someone coming down to this area, location-wise?
So for those that are from Delaware, what they're going to tell you is that Milton is
Sounds
actually
killer.
Milton is one of the best kept secrets of Delaware. Milton gives you that coastal town because you're just, again, 15 minutes from the beach at most, but it's small, it's charming, it's got a main street that's built along the water, it's got this big creek, it has a theater where they run plays. Like
The Milton downtown's incredible. I'm going to put it up right here, right in the middle of us, getting between our faces. We did a driving tour, and I swear by, it's probably one of the best up-and-coming downtowns in all of Delaware, nevertheless Southern.
It allows you to have that small beach coastal life that's not crazy busy. There's a lot of pros about living in Lewes and Rehoboth, no doubt about it.
It benefits from being like, so for example, if you're looking in North Delaware, you look at Wilmington as the big city, and then Newark, Newcastle, Bear, Delaware City as benefiting from the heat lamp of Wilmington.
Right.
That's what Lewes and Rehoboth are doing to here.
Correct.
The price hasn't adjusted yet.
Yep.
And anybody that comes here is going to have more valuable dirt in 2, 3, 5 years, purely just off supply and demand. We're running out of dirt. We're running out of sand. We're about out of sand. And new construction-wise, if you want to be in nature, all the trees are getting cut down. And you guys are purposely, just to be clear, purposely keeping how many acres worth that you could be building on and choosing not to. Kudos. Not you. I don't know if you made that choice, but kudos to you, whoever made the choice.
Kudos to them.
30 acres, you said?
30 acres.
That will go untouched.
Absolutely.
So if I buy a home in this neighborhood and you guys touch those trees, I'm going to have an issue. It won't be touched.
You hold us to it.
Love that.
No, it's the theme of the neighborhood is nature, low maintenance, resort style community, living by the beach. But if you don't want to go to the beach, you have everything you need.
Go to Milton, go to Dogfish Head.
Exactly.
Go to
Dogfish Head Brewery.
Go to the Steampunk Clubhouse. Absolutely. All right. Awesome. Dude, this is a great neighborhood. This thing is going to be filled up so fast.
Yeah, we've had a great months. And that's the other cool thing about this neighborhood is that all the families that have jumped in early, all are very like-minded people. They all said the same thing. They love the bike path.
Yeah, tell me what like-minded is.
They
The
love
bike path.
They love the woods. They love the nature. They want to be near the beach, but they want to be a part of a community of people who want to do these things with them. So you're having a very unique community of people that are going to come together. Actually, all of the ones that have moved in already, they're in a group text. They've already created a trail club.
Yes.
They're going to want to walk these woods together. They want to identify the birds. There's a pickleball group already that's
Identify the birds. You brought up to me earlier, there's going to be a butterfly hummingbird garden that's being built.
We're setting up an area.
The Monarch Glenn is the name I'm voting for.
We're going to go with it. You're going to end up working for us at the end. But no, there's already a ton of wildlife everywhere you look. You look anywhere, you're going to see wildlife. But once you start putting an area where you're putting out the butterfly gardens, it's milkweeds that attract the monarch butterflies, you put out some bird seeds, you put out hummingbird, they're all going to come to one area, and it's going to just make what is already an incredible experience that much better. Now you get to sit there, enjoy the nature, enjoy the trees.
Enjoy the power drills. Not for long. Not for long.
That won't be too long at all.
That could be your dream house that they're working on. So, final couple questions. How long again is this neighborhood being built for?
So we're expecting completion to be in 3 years, 4 years at most.
Okay, so we're talking 2028, 2029.
Yeah.
6 phases.
Yeah.
2 different size lots.
Correct.
Got a Monarch series and a Glenn series. Both I can get that 40K offer on.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna toss you an extra $10 if you mention my name. That's on me.
Absolutely.
You can take my first drink on the meadery on me. So, I originally, when you reached out to me, my biggest takeaway to go off of what your biggest pro is, there's not enough people that realize being at the beaches has some cons. And the main cons of 2 are the price and the traffic. You have no option to get out of the traffic when you live in deep Lewes. When you live right in Rehoboth, there's no option to not be a part of the energy and the hub. I mean, some people love that. Some people want to be right on top of it. Others don't. Others want the nature. Others want to get away. Others want a little bit of silence. This seems like that's going to give you that. While, and this is why this neighborhood's got me excited, you're connected to all of it. I can jump on a bike and be there. I can jump on Route 9 and be there. I'm right next to a meadery and a hospital, so I have both my 2 H's knocked out. I have all of the access without the price point.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. They said it was impossible. Okay. That's going to be it. I'm going to give you my final take. I'm going to walk away so I can give you my actual true thoughts. I don't want to disparage you in front of you. No, I'm joking. All right, so Andre's out of my earshot now, so let me give you my real opinion on this neighborhood. We're going to walk by some of these quick deliveries. Now, you see that privacy fence there? That is separating from all other neighborhoods in the area, which is going to give you that privacy. Let me give you my 2 takeaways as pros. This neighborhood is laser focused on the resort nature feel, getting out in the community feel. If you're looking for a neighborhood that's just proximity to the beach, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this neighborhood's probably not. I'm gonna tell you who this neighborhood's not for. If you're someone who's sitting here thinking, I just wanna get close to the beach for as cheap as possible, I'm not gonna suggest this neighborhood to you. If you are looking at a 55 plus community, I'm also not going to suggest this because it doesn't qualify as 55 plus. So for those of you who do have grandkids or one day field, maybe you'll pass your property on and worry about a 55 plus. This is not a 55 plus. I got 3 cons and I got 3 pros as a sprinkler nearly hits me. So we're going to go over 3 cons, 3 pros. I'll mix match them. All right. Let's start with the first con. First con of this neighborhood is it is brand new. As you heard throughout us walking through, as we can see right over here, we got dumpsters, we got contractors, we got big piles of dirt. The ponds aren't filled up. It's winter, so the trees are not filled out. It looks a little bare. We got the grass, brown. It's not greened up yet. You see the sprinklers going. New neighborhood props. That's 1. Pro. One of the biggest pros of this neighborhood is the proximity to the beaches without it being right there. Look at that dumpster, beautiful dumpster. One of the pros is its proximity. If you're a biker, if you're a walker, you're 7 miles. I can imagine there has to be somebody out there listening to this thinking, wow, I can each day take a little bike down to Lewes. I can get all my fitness in all while going down one of the most famous trails here in Delaware, one of the most sought after trails in Delaware. I'm a nature head. I love that. Okay. Second con. Second con, I'm going to go ahead and say, there's a couple of these homes over here. Few of you aren't going to like that a couple of these quick deliveries are available right now. I'm telling you right now, it might not even be available as I'm shooting this. There's a community on the other side of these trees that is very close, and it is a family-owned mobile park. It's very well kept, extremely well kept, but there's 4 homes that are quick deliveries right now that are being sold as we speak. They're the only 4 homes that back to it. So if you're watching this really early, what I'm gonna warn you is, I wouldn't necessarily buy one of these quick deliveries. Now, here's the beauty. These, with these 100-foot back, deep wooded lots, are being built. So that's going to be my second pro. A lot of these lots come with deep woods back there. Some of the lots back to a horse farm. You can see, looking close enough, I'll show you when I was driving around in my car. Some of these lots have such deep wooded lots that separate you from everything. And there's nothing on the other side of the rest of it. And you can see it surrounds the entire neighborhood. So the tree density and the quantity of lots that have it, you're not gonna see that in new construction, especially in Southern Delaware. This is a rarity. Let's keep it even. The third con. The third con is they pay $18,000 to $16,000 for your closing costs. Zach, why is that a con? I always promise to be as real with you as possible. The con is it's a little bit framed, and the framing is usually when you buy a resale home in Delaware, you're not gonna have to pay an impact fee. Why? Because you're not hooking up to a new sewer, you're not hooking up to new water. The impact fee is to help the town grow its infrastructure as they add homes. So the con is between them paying half your transfer tax and then paying half of your tie-in fees. Well, paying half the transfer tax if you bought a resale is normal. That's standard practice. Buyer pays half, seller pays half. If you don't use their mortgage company or you don't come with cash, you have to pay all of it and you have to pay all your tie-in fees. So it looks like they're giving you 18. It's kind of framed a little bit, but I'd be lying if every new construction company didn't pretty much do that. So I just want to be very clear about that. Didn't want you to be bamboozled. The $40,000 off the home though is my third pro. That is probably going to go away. They're going to sell these homes like hotcakes. They're built with quality. The decor is second to none. The availability of lots, they have 200, but they're going to be gone. I'm going to go ahead and say, he said 3 years. I think 2.5, 2 years. There's so much demand. The secret is out. Bankrate.com's #1 state to move to is Delaware, and the best spot within Delaware is Southern DE. Being around the beaches without being on the beaches, having the ability to walk these trails, bike these trails, or heck, even stay here and stay at the Monarch Glenn. And of course, if you want to come here and have a seasoned professional represent you, myself and our team, we are seasoned and experienced in the art of relocating to the great first state of Delaware, the southern side specifically. I'm an Army vet. I serve military coming in. I serve retirees coming in. And I can tell you one thing is true every single time. You don't want to go straight to a neighborhood without seeing it first, because that salesman's job is to sell you on that community. There are up to 46, right from where I sit, in a 10-mile radius, 46 actively building communities. Connect with a professional who knows the area, who knows the options, and isn't gonna have you settle for good, and is gonna give you possibly the great. And if great equals nature, if great equals access, and if great equals a great deal financially, I'm gonna say this might check all your boxes. I might buy myself a home here. This is great.
We're in the very early stages of this. It's going to be very different in just a few months, but it's going to be graded now.
What a beautiful, smooth walking trail. I feel very at peace with nature.
Be careful now with your step here, but you can see how we have a lot of great room to work with here. We're going to create a space for families, for the people who live here to come and just enjoy being in nature. All of these are going to be full of green leaves here soon. We're going to set up little seating areas for families. And these nature trails, these are natural trails. They're going to be able to get around our ponds, so you'll be able to walk to the ponds on either side. We have one on the left, we have one on the right. You'll be able to get to each one, and this will eventually connect to other hiking trails that connect to the bike trail. So you can come on in here, enjoy the nature, get on your bike, ride to the beach, read a book. You know, sometimes it's just nice to just sit in nature, relax.
Awesome. Too cool.
Yeah.
Too cool.
Yeah, the trail will continue on that way. We're still again in the early stages. You see, I can't wait to see this footage compared to a year from now when we add all the greenery in here. It's gonna look so cool.
I like the outline.
So that's Monarch Glenn. In its infancy stage.
Like you said, it'll be great before and after footage.
Yeah, no, I actually can't wait to